You wake up and find it harder to stand from a chair. A walk that used to feel effortless now leaves you breathless. Maybe you're worried about falls, about losing the little independence that makes life joyful. You're not alone, and there is something simple you can do today that most people overlook. I'm Dr. Linda Rose. For years I've helped older adults rebuild strength, balance, and confidence without long gym sessions, heavy weights, or painful routines. The secret I keep returning to? Isometric exercises. 6 small holds that train your muscles, improve circulation, and protect joints, yet 99% of people ignore them. Unlike repetitive movements, isometrics let you build power safely. Press, hold, breathe, and feel your body respond. They are perfect if you have arthritis, low energy, or limited mobility. I will guide you step by step, with clear cues and gentle progressions so you can do these at home, seated, or even lying down. Today I promise you a short, practical routine that fits into your day and honors your body's limits. You will learn not just the movements, but why they work and how to make them part of a life that feels freer and more capable. So if you're ready to protect your independence and feel stronger without strain, stay with me. Before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell, so you never miss a simple, science-backed health tip, designed especially for older adults like you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback is invaluable and helps me improve these videos for your benefit. Now, let's begin. Exercise 1. Wall press hold. The wall press hold may look almost too simple, but it is one of the most powerful isometric exercises you can practice. To do it, all you need is a wall. Stand facing it with your feet about shoulder width apart. Place your palms flat on the surface at chest height, keep your elbows slightly bent, and then press forward as if you were trying to push the wall down. Of course, the wall will never move, but what matters is the tension you create inside your body. Hold that push for 20 to 30 seconds, keeping your breathing steady, and then relax. Repeat it 2 to 3 times. In those short holds, you'll feel muscles in your chest, arms, shoulders, and even your abdomen working together in a way that strengthens without strain. Why is this so helpful for older adults? Many of my patients come to me with shoulder stiffness, arthritis in the joints, or fear of hurting themselves during exercise. The wall press gives them a safe entry point. There's no heavy equipment, no risk of dropping weights, and no jerky movements that could strain the joints. Instead, you get steady, controlled muscle engagement. Over time, this gentle but powerful tension improves posture, builds stability in the upper body, and gives you confidence in movements like reaching for a high shelf or carrying a bag of groceries. Another often overlooked benefit is circulation. When you hold the wall press, blood rushes to the working muscles, improving flow and oxygen delivery. For many people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, this helps combat the stiffness and sluggishness that can set in with age. Some of my patients even tell me they feel more awake and energized after a set of wall presses than after a cup of coffee. That's the power of activating your body naturally. And here's the part most people don't realize. Exercises like this build not just muscle but also neural connections. Your brain learns how to activate more fibers in your muscles with every hold. It's like waking up sleeping strength that you didn't know was still inside you. That's why I say the wall press is not about moving the wall. It's about moving yourself forward into a stronger, more capable version of you. What I love most is how easy it is to slip this exercise into your day. Waiting for the kettle to boil? Do a wall press. Watching television during a commercial break? Press. Even before going to bed, a gentle round can help relax your mind while activating your muscles. Over weeks and months, these small holds add up to noticeable strength. You might find yourself standing taller, lifting things with more ease, and moving through your day with renewed confidence. So don't underestimate this quiet powerhouse of an exercise. It looks simple, but simplicity is often where the deepest wisdom lies. The wall press hold is more than just a push. It's a promise to your body that you are still strong, still capable, and still moving forward. Exercise 2. Chair sit hold. If there's one exercise that directly translates into real-life independence, it is the chair sit-hold. To begin, sit on a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground. Place your hands lightly on your thighs, then slowly rise just a few inches so that your hips hover above the seat. Hold that position for as long as you comfortably can, usually 15 to 30 seconds to start. Your thighs, hips, and core will immediately feel the challenge, and if your legs begin to shake, don't worry. That trembling is simply your muscles working hard and growing stronger. Why is this exercise so important? Because the simple act of standing up from a chair is one of the most essential movements of daily life. For younger people it's automatic, but as we age, the ability to rise without help becomes a marker of independence. Losing that ability is often the first step toward losing freedom. That's why I call the chair sit-hold the independence exercise. By practicing it regularly, you strengthen the exact muscles that keep you mobile and self-sufficient. Every hold you do is an investment in your future ability to live on your own terms. This exercise also does wonders for your balance and coordination. When you hover above the chair, your body has to engage not only the big muscles of your legs but also the stabilizers in your core and hips. These stabilizers are what keep you steady on your feet, whether you are walking across the living room, climbing stairs, or stepping off a curb. Many people don't realize that building balance doesn't always mean standing on one foot or doing tricky poses. Even a simple isometric hold like this trains your body to stay steady when life throws little wobbles your way. Another hidden benefit is endurance. Unlike quick movements, holding a position teaches your muscles to keep working over time. That endurance is what allows you to walk longer distances without tiring, to enjoy outings with family, or to move around your home without constantly needing to sit and rest. And because the chair is always right behind you, this exercise is extremely safe. If you get tired, you can simply sit back down. That safety net allows you to push yourself just enough without the fear of falling. I've seen patients in their 70s and 80s completely transform their confidence with this one exercise. At first, they could only hold for a few seconds. But with daily practice, many reached 30 seconds, then even a full minute. The change was not just physical but emotional. They stood taller, moved with more ease, and most importantly, believed again in their own strength. That kind of confidence spills into every area of life. So I encourage you to make the chair sit-hold part of your routine. Do it in the morning before breakfast, or in the evening while watching television. It doesn't require equipment, special clothing, or even much space. What it requires is simply your commitment to stay strong and independent. Remember, every time you rise from that chair and hold, you're not just exercising, you're protecting your freedom and dignity. Exercise 3. Hand grip squeeze. When we think of strength, most of us imagine big muscles in the arms or legs. But one of the truest measures of strength, especially as we age, is right in your hands, your grip. Weak grip strength often sneaks up on people in their 60s or 70s. At first, it's just a little harder to open jars, twist a doorknob, or carry a grocery bag. But research has shown that grip strength is directly linked to overall health, independence, and even longevity. That's why the hand grip squeeze is such a powerful isometric exercise, and yet almost no one does it. The exercise itself couldn't be simpler. You can use a small stress ball, a rolled-up towel, a soft sponge, or even just press your palms together tightly. Hold that squeeze for 15 to 20 seconds, then release and rest before repeating 2 to 3 more times. If you want, you can alternate hands or squeeze with both at once. The magic lies not in moving the hand, but in holding the contraction. In that stillness, your forearm muscles, hand muscles, and even parts of your upper arm engage deeply. It may look easy from the outside, but if you try it with real effort, you'll quickly feel the challenge. Why does this matter so much for older adults? Because grip strength is often called a biological marker of aging. In simple words, doctors can often tell how strong and independent someone will be in the years ahead just by testing how firmly they can grip. When grip strength declines, people struggle with simple daily tasks, lifting a pan, holding a walking cane, or steadying themselves on a railing. But here's the good news. Your grip is trainable at any age, and the hand grip squeeze is one of the safest, easiest ways to do it. Another wonderful benefit is circulation. As you squeeze, blood flow increases in your hands and forearms. For many people with arthritis or cold, stiff fingers, this brings a sense of warmth and relief. Over time, stronger hands mean less pain with daily activities, more confidence in holding objects securely, and a lower chance of dropping things. It's a small exercise with life-changing impact. One of my favorite things to tell patients is that this is the exercise of convenience. You can do it anywhere and at any time. Watching the news? Squeeze. Sitting at the breakfast table? Squeeze. Waiting at the doctor's office? Squeeze. It doesn't require any special setup or clothing, and no one even notices you're doing it. That's why I say it's the perfect stealth exercise for seniors. I have seen patients in their 70s who started with weak grips progress to holding heavy grocery bags again with confidence. One woman told me she was able to open her own jars for the first time in years, and she cried tears of joy because she no longer had to wait for someone to help her with something so simple. That's the power of building strength where most people ignore it. So don't overlook your hands. They are your connection to the world, and they deserve to stay strong. A daily habit of hand grip squeezes will give you not only physical ability but also the priceless gift of independence. Exercise 4. Seated leg press hold. Now let's turn our attention to the legs, because they are truly the pillars of independence. One of my favorite isometric moves for seniors is the seated leg press hold. This exercise strengthens the thighs, hips, and glutes, the exact muscles that allow you to walk steadily, climb stairs, and prevent falls. It is safe, joint-friendly, and can be done anywhere you have a sturdy chair and a wall or immovable surface. Here's how to do it. Sit comfortably in a chair, with your back straight and your feet flat on the ground. Place one foot firmly against the leg of another chair, a wall, or even the side of a heavy piece of furniture. Now press your foot forward as if you were trying to push that object away. Hold the press for 15 to 30 seconds, keeping your breathing steady, and then relax. Switch legs and repeat. If you want to challenge yourself further, you can press both legs outward against the sides of the chair frame at the same time, holding the tension in your inner and outer thighs. The beauty of this exercise is that it works the major muscles of your lower body without requiring movement. For many older adults with arthritis in the knees or hips, traditional squats or lunges can feel painful or risky. But with the seated leg press hold, there's no strain on the joints. You're using your own effort against an immovable object, which creates deep muscle activation in a safe and controlled way. Why is this so valuable? Because strong legs are the foundation of staying independent. Every time you get out of bed, walk across the room, or stand from a chair, your legs are working. Weak legs increase the risk of falls, and falls are one of the most dangerous events for seniors. I tell my patients often, if you keep your legs strong, you keep your freedom. This exercise is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to do exactly that. Another overlooked benefit is circulation. When you hold the press, blood flow increases in your legs, which helps reduce stiffness and swelling. For those who spend long hours sitting, this exercise can help wake up the muscles and refresh the lower body. Some of my patients even do it during car rides or while sitting at their desks. It is discreet, gentle, and incredibly practical. I recall one gentleman in his 70s who could barely stand without holding on to something. We began with simple seated leg presses. Over time, his legs grew stronger, and within a few months, he was able to walk across his garden without fear of falling. The joy and pride on his face reminded me why I recommend this exercise so strongly. So, if you want to give your legs strength and stability without the risk of injury, make the seated leg press hold part of your daily routine. Aim for 2 or 3 sets on each leg, and remember that consistency matters more than intensity. These small, quiet efforts will build the strength that carries you through every step of your day. Exercise 5. Glute squeeze hold. If there's one exercise that I wish every older adult would practice daily, it's the glute squeeze hold. The glutes, the large muscles in your hips and buttocks, are more than just seat cushions. They are the powerhouse of your body, providing strength for walking, climbing stairs, maintaining balance, and even protecting your lower back. Sadly, these muscles often become weak with age because so much of our daily life is spent sitting. The glute squeeze is a simple, safe, and surprisingly powerful way to wake them up again. Here's how to do it. Sit upright in a chair with your feet flat on the ground, or lie down on your back if you prefer. Now tighten your buttock muscles as if you were trying to hold a coin between them. Hold that squeeze for 15 to 30 seconds while breathing slowly and steadily, then release. Repeat this 2 to 3 times. You'll feel a warmth or even a gentle burn in your hips and lower back, which is a sign that your glutes are engaging properly. Why is this exercise so important? Because weak glutes can cause a chain reaction of problems. They lead to poor posture, back pain, difficulty climbing stairs, and even balance issues that increase fall risk. I've seen patients who struggle to walk confidently because their hips simply weren't strong enough to support them. The glute squeeze directly addresses this weakness without requiring you to move joints or put stress on fragile knees. It's like flipping the on switch for the muscles that hold you steady and upright. Another overlooked benefit is support for your spine. When your glutes are strong, they take pressure off your lower back. Many older adults complain of chronic backaches, not realizing that the root cause is often weak hips. By regularly practicing glute squeezes, you not only strengthen your hips but also give your spine the support it needs to stay pain-free. In fact, several of my patients have reported less back discomfort after just a few weeks of adding this simple hold to their routine. The glute squeeze hold also improves circulation in the hips and lower body, which is especially helpful if you spend long hours sitting. Think of it as a way to wake up blood flow and keep those muscles nourished with oxygen. It's small, but over time, it makes a big difference in energy and mobility. I remember one woman in her late 70s who started with very limited mobility. She began with simple glute squeezes while seated. Within a few months, she noticed she could stand more easily, walk farther without fatigue, and even enjoy gardening again. She called it her secret strength exercise, because no one could even tell she was doing it. That's the beauty of this move. It's discreet, convenient, and can be done anywhere. At the dinner table, while reading, or even while watching television. So if you're looking for one exercise that gives you back strength, balance, and confidence, make the glute squeeze hold a daily habit. It may seem small, but its impact is enormous. Remember, every squeeze is an investment in a steadier, stronger, and more independent you. Exercise 6. Core stomach brace hold. The final isometric exercise in this routine focuses on the very center of your body, your core. Many people think of the core as just the belly muscles, but in truth, it includes the deep muscles of your abdomen, lower back, and even your sides. Together, they act like a natural corset, supporting your spine, stabilizing your movements, and protecting you from falls or injuries. The exercise I recommend is called the stomach brace hold, and it is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to keep your core strong. Here's how you do it. Sit upright in a chair or lie flat on your back with your knees bent. Place one hand gently on your belly. Now, take a deep breath in, then as you exhale, tighten your stomach muscles as if you were preparing for someone to tap or poke your belly. Hold that gentle bracing tension for 15 to 20 seconds while continuing to breathe normally. Then relax and repeat. The goal is not to hold your breath or suck in your stomach, but to keep your core firm and engaged. This simple hold activates the deep abdominal muscles that often weaken with age. Why is this exercise so powerful? Because a strong core is the foundation of every movement you make. It helps you stand tall, sit without slouching, walk with stability, and even breathe more efficiently. Many older adults overlook their core, thinking that crunches or sit-ups are the only way to train it. But those movements can strain the neck and back. The stomach brace hold, by contrast, is safe, gentle, and joint-friendly. It teaches your body how to activate and maintain core strength without painful bending or twisting. Another benefit is balance. When your core is engaged, your body reacts faster to small slips or stumbles, reducing your risk of falling. I've seen countless patients improve their steadiness simply by practicing this one exercise consistently. It also relieves pressure on the lower back, since the core muscles share the workload of holding you upright. For anyone struggling with back pain, this can make daily activities, like bending to tie shoes or carrying groceries, far more comfortable. I often tell my patients to treat this as an invisible shield. No one around you even knows you're doing it. You can brace your stomach while waiting in line, sitting in the car, or relaxing at home. And over time, this invisible strength shows up in the most visible ways. Better posture, easier walking, less back strain, and greater confidence in your body. One gentleman in his early 80s shared a story with me. He had been afraid of falling whenever he walked outside, but after practicing core stomach braces daily for several months, he noticed he felt steadier and less anxious. That renewed confidence allowed him to enjoy walks with his wife again, something he thought he had lost forever. So, I encourage you to practice the stomach brace hold every single day. It requires no equipment, no special setup, and just a few seconds of your time. But the rewards, stability, strength, and security, will stay with you every time you move. Remember, your core is your body's foundation, and a strong foundation means a stronger, safer life. You've just learned 6 powerful isometric exercises that almost no one pays attention to, yet they can completely transform your strength, balance, and independence. What I love most about these holds is that they don't require fancy equipment, long workouts, or even leaving your home. They are simple, safe, and designed to work with your body at any age. Whether it's pressing against a wall, holding yourself above a chair, squeezing your hands, bracing your core, or activating your hips, each movement trains the very muscles that matter most for daily life. Remember, strength isn't about lifting heavy weights or spending hours in a gym. It's about being able to stand tall, walk with confidence, carry your groceries, and enjoy the simple freedoms that make life meaningful. These exercises are not just about muscles, they're about maintaining dignity, independence, and joy as you move through your 60s, 70s, and beyond. I want you to see these 6 holds as small daily investments in your future self. Do them regularly, and you'll feel your body responding. You'll notice better posture, steadier steps, stronger hands, and more confidence in every movement. And that confidence spills into your spirit, reminding you that it's never too late to get stronger, healthier, and more capable. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found these tips helpful, please give this video a like and share it with a friend who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another simple, science-backed health tip made especially for older adults like you. And if you're ready for more, I encourage you to watch my next video, where we'll explore another set of gentle, life-changing exercises for seniors. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, you have more power within you than you think.